Good afternoon, CVC family. Thank you for your prayers. As you can see, I'm all bandaged up. I will need a follow-up operation on Wednesday, sometime between 9 a.m. and noon. So please be praying. They're going to attach a ligament, if they can, to the side of the bone. What can I say? I'm an idiot when it comes to power tools and need to be more careful. But thank you for your prayers. We appreciate that very much. I wanted to talk to you about the congregational meeting Sunday, the 26th. It's going to take place right after the Sunday morning service. We'll have about a 10-minute break for you to get some water, get something to eat, go to the bathroom and whatever. There's a lot of important agenda items on that agenda. We will first be electing elders and deacons. We'll be dissolving our relationship with Dave Veman as associate pastor. We will be establishing a pastoral search committee. We'll be presenting a financial report. Now, the most important part of this whole meeting is the pastoral search committee. And if you haven't been involved in this before, it's not an easy process to understand. Pastors in the Presbyterian Church are elected by the congregation, and it is the congregation that is in charge of really the entire process of who their pastor is going to be. You get to elect a pastoral search committee who will bring to you a candidate who they believe that should be your next minister. So this is a very important position. And in order for this committee to work well and to be accepted by the entire congregation, you need to think about the committee being as diverse as possible. Now, it's true that the session is making a recommendation, a motion about how many people should be on that committee and who has agreed to serve on that committee if they are elected. We're not trying to stack the deck. We're just trying to help you get started in this difficult process because it's not easy to go through that. But what the session has done, with the help of a transition committee that put most of this together to prepare for the pulpit committee's work, has brought you a structure from which you can begin to populate that search committee. Now, if you don't like what the session has motioned, you can amend their motion, or you can even bring a substitute motion. There's nothing written in stone. This is a motion, and anybody who is a member in good standing can bring a motion, and that'll have to be seconded and voted on by the congregation. So if you want to prepare another motion, I suggest that you call me and we can talk about it and help you formulate that. If you're going to nominate someone who's not on the list, please talk to them before the meeting. We have spoken to other people who are not on the list who have said they could not serve. And so don't assume that we've only spoken to the people that you see on the list. And again, this was a transition committee, not the session that prepared that list. So what will happen is that you'll be voting that this is the session's recommendation for 9 people. We have populated that committee by suggesting that 2 of them be elders, 2 of them be deacons, and then we have 5 at large from the congregation. As you think about the people who you want to represent you and looking for a minister, please think about the entire breadth of our church. You don't want this committee representing any one particular age group or any one particular gender or any one particular community group or other group within the church. So please think about the spread of the people across the congregation, age spread, and other things like that as well. Now, so what will happen is you will vote on the top 9 people. And the first thing to be decided is the 2 elders, so that the vote getters will be listed from highest to least, and then the first 2 elders on that list will be put on the committee. Then the 2 deacons will be put on the committee, who are the top vote getters, regardless of if there are other people who have gotten more votes. If the spouse of either of those 2 groups are on the list, they will be eliminated. And then from that list, there'll be 5 at-large nominations. Again, this is our recommendation. You can suggest changes if you wish to do so. But please try to think and pray about how we can get the widest possible spread of people across the congregation. You know, what's different about the church is that we don't politic. We don't, try to figure out, okay, how can we get these people on and how can we get what we want from the church? No, we want what's best for the entire church. And so really, if you have a particular bent in the church, you should try to find people who are not in agreement with you to be on that committee, so you get the full breadth of the church. And that way everybody has buy-in to this process. It will be a long, difficult process. The people who are serving on this committee will be making a lot of sacrifices to do just that. Dan Chittick has withdrawn his name from the list, so he'll no longer be on the ballot. I will be sending out, with this video, some bio information on each of the nominees who have agreed. I suggest if you want to make a nomination from the floor and that person is willing to do it, that you also be prepared to bring some bio information about that individual. Again, we just are looking forward to a time that we're going to see the Lord work in and through our congregation. We're looking forward to this next step in the life of Crescent Valley Church and our ministry in Northwest Philadelphia. So please be in prayer that God would really honor us as we make this transition. Again, I just want to thank all of you for your prayers. I want to thank you for your understanding the decision that Christy and I have made and why that is important. Another thing I forgot to mention, but would like to share with you now, is that we're actually going to try to Zoom the meeting, and you'll be getting information about that. So if you're unable to attend because of health or other reasons, you can actually participate in the meeting and be able to vote as well if you're attending the Zoom meeting. So if you're not able to be there for health or other reasons, but you want to vote, you must sign into the Zoom meeting and participate in the meeting that way. Again, we're looking forward to seeing you all on Sunday. I will be preaching, maybe not be making a lot of gestures. Hopefully I won't hit the pulpit with my hand if I do make gestures. Again, thank you. Let's be in prayer for this process. May God bless.